You won't believe what happens when wild animals stop posing and start throwing punches. Sometimes literally. From nut-cracking sheep to antler-wielding elk, these 6 insane encounters left photographers questioning their life choices. And we've got it all on camera. Number 1. Cameraman smacked in the nuts by angry sheep. When you've filmed lions, sharks, and snow leopards, you'd think you're ready for anything. Wrong. Enter Ceil, not a lion, not a leopard, but a Cameroon sheep. At a BBC shoot in an animal park, the team expected a chill session. Ceil, a rare and hand-raised sheep, was supposed to be friendly, but he had other plans. The moment he was introduced, he headbutted a staff member's leg like a woolly battering ram. Who says it was a leg, though? Then came the money shot. A cameraman knelt for a better angle, wisely guarding his groin, until he didn't. Ceil struck with Olympic precision. Bam! A direct hit that would have floored a UFC champ. The poor guy collapsed instantly. Painful, absolutely. Viral? Oh yeah. It wasn't the footage they planned, but the internet loved it. Number 2. Elk headbutts photographer. In the peaceful Cataloochee Valley, a photographer spotted a majestic bull elk and began shooting from a safe distance. What could go wrong? Plenty. The elk noticed him, then approached. 300 kilograms of antlered power. At first, just a sniff. Then came the joust. The elk lowered its antlers and charged, again and again, like the photographer owed him elk child support. Crouched and frozen, the man protected his vitals and prayed. After several tense minutes, a ranger intervened. The photographer survived, rattled but intact, joking, "At least he didn't think I was a cow." Number 3. Lion sniffs cameraman's crotch. Now imagine you're underneath your car, camera in hand, focused on capturing the poetic yawns and majestic stretches of a lion pride in the African bush. Then suddenly your personal space gets invaded. That's what happened to Graham Springer, a seasoned wildlife photographer out for a typical morning shoot. The lions were roaring softly, basking in the golden hour sun. Graham was low to the ground, lens out, documenting their morning rituals. And then, plot twist. One curious lioness broke away from the pride and walked directly toward his vehicle. Graham had no time to react. There was no get in the car moment, just freeze. She approached, not with aggression, but with a deep, intrusive curiosity. She sniffed his camera gear. Then she sniffed him. Particularly the area no photographer wants, sniffed by a 300-kilogram apex predator. He stayed still, trying not to breathe too loudly. The lioness, after an agonizing inspection, decided he wasn't edible or interesting and walked off. Close call? Nah. That was a "you can smell the fear in the footage" kind of moment. Number 4. Lioness snatches photographer's camera. Barbara Jensen Vorster was out in Botswana's Mashatu Game Reserve with her crew, cruising in a 4x4, snapping shots of a lion pride. It was a dream scenario until it turned into an equipment nightmare. Her $2,500 camera accidentally dropped out of the vehicle. Before she could even think about retrieving it, one of the lionesses noticed the clunky black object lying in the dirt and moved in like it was a threat, or maybe a snack. The team had no choice but to retreat. And the lioness? She snatched the camera up in her jaws like it was a zebra limb. Then she strutted away and handed the prized gear to her cubs like, "Here, kids, your first chew toy." The cubs went to town, chewing the lens, dragging it through the dust, giving it the old Savannah stress test. Eventually, they got bored and left it. Barbara retrieved it later, bracing for the worst. Surprisingly, the camera still worked, minus a few cosmetic tooth marks. She never repaired them. Why would she? That lens had been inside a lion's mouth. That's the kind of story no warranty can buy. Number 5. Wild bear meets brave cameraman. Polar bears are among the most iconic yet least understood animals due to the harsh, remote environments they inhabit. Scientists and filmmakers have long struggled to observe their intimate lives up close, until wildlife cameraman Gordon Buchanan set out on a daring mission to change that. Hoping to document a polar bear hunting, he placed himself in a protective observation cage near a seal's breathing hole. But instead of going for the seal, the bear caught Gordon's scent and approached his cage. In a terrifying encounter, she clawed and bit at the enclosure, trying to get in. Thankfully, unable to break through, she eventually gave up and walked away. Number 6. Whale saves diver from tiger shark. Let's end on a tale not of pain, but of pure awe. In the vast blue nothingness of the South Pacific, marine biologist Nan Hauser found herself alone in the water with a 40-ton humpback whale. For 10 straight minutes, the whale kept nudging her, gently but firmly, tucking her under its pectoral fin, pushing her up with its back, never letting her sink too deep. At first, Nan was terrified. Was the whale being playful, aggressive, confused? She braced for broken bones. She accepted the possibility of death. But the whale wasn't hurting her. It was saving her. From the depths behind it, a tiger shark was stalking her. The whale had been acting like a massive floating bodyguard the entire time. When Nan finally made it out of the water and saw the shark, the truth hit her like a tidal wave. This wasn't just an encounter. It was a rescue, and it left her and everyone who saw the footage speechless. From nut-smashing sheep to camera-thieving lionesses and whales with hearts bigger than the ocean, they remind us that nature is wild, unpredictable, and sometimes downright funny. So which encounter blew your mind the most? Drop it in the comments below. And remember, in the wild, the camera may capture the story, but the photographer lives it. Stay wild, stay curious, and stay subscribed. This is DG Max signing out.